This is news on Wider Media, and I am Mahama. President John Dramani Mahama has assured Ghanaians that more developments are on the way, with key economic updates expected in the upcoming mid-year budget review in August. Let's watch the video.
It is with a heart full of gratitude that I stand before you today in this noble land, this land of peace, pride, and perseverance. I bring you warm greetings from the entire leadership of the National Democratic Congress and from my wife, Lordina Mahama. And I bring you the warm message of thank you. And I'll say, Yebarka, Yebarka. Since taking over the reins of government, our focus has been on stabilizing the economy. We therefore presented to Parliament in March this year a budget which was aimed at severely trimming expenditure and channeling the saved revenue into priority programs as promised in our manifesto. I'm happy to report to you that our efforts to stabilize the economy have begun to yield results. And it is evident in the improved performance of our local currency and also a gradual reduction of prices of goods and services in the market. I wish to commend the Honorable Minister of Finance and the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, along with their teams, for the close collaboration and coordination they are displaying in this economic turnaround. I'm sure that by the time the Honorable Minister comes back to Parliament to present his mid-year review budget in August, we would have more good news for Ghanaians.
President Mahama announced that Cabinet will soon approve a series of major national infrastructure programs under the administration's flagship Big Push program, with roads topping the priority list. Key projects include the dualization of Accra-Kumasi, Accra-Takoradi, Accra-Aflao highways, as well as a major bridge works across the country. A new expressway between Accra and Kumasi is also in the works, which is expected to cut travel time between the two cities to just 2.5 hours.
Cabinet will soon approve priority projects under the Big Push infrastructural program. Understandably, a significant number of these priority projects will be in the road sector. These works include the dualization of major highways, including the Accra-Kumasi, Accra-Takoradi, Accra-Aflao roads. We'll also tackle major bridges such as the Dambai Bridge, the Chiamanfrom Bridge, rehabilitation of the Bupe Bridge, Daboya Bridge, and Yape bridges. We're also designing a new expressway between Accra and Kumasi, which will reduce the travel time between the two largest cities in Ghana to about 2.5 hours. During the campaign, we traveled on the terrible road network that has become characteristic of the Upper West region. In this region, under the Big Push, we are prioritizing the Wa Tumu Bolgatanga Trunk Road. And the Techiman Wenchi Bole Wa Hamile corridor. Sections of the Sola Fufuso Road will also be resurfaced to improve connectivity between the Upper West and the Savannah and Northern regions. These roads will not only enhance trade and transport, but they will also stimulate cross-border business and revive economic activity. Equally, we will upgrade roads in the Wa East, Nadoli, Dafema Buse, Isa, and Sisala East districts to improve access to markets, schools, and health facilities. My brothers and sisters, work will begin very soon. In a few months, you see contractors on all these roads because the money has been provided in the budget. This year we set aside 14 billion Ghana cedis for the Big Push. And the Finance Minister has assured me that all the contractors will get 15% mobilization to be able to mobilize to site. And he has also assured me that any contractor on the big push projects who presents his certificate for payment will be paid within 2 weeks of presentation of the certificates. So no contractor will have the excuse that he has not been paid. And so we want to see work continuing as soon as the contract is awarded. My brothers and sisters, we're also prioritizing agriculture under the Feed Ghana program. The Upper West region is expected to be a major beneficiary of this program. The NDC administration understands that farming is the lifeblood of this region. And so under the Feed Ghana and Agriculture for Wealth Creation agenda, we will construct and rehabilitate small and medium-scale dams across Sisala, Lambusie, and Wa East. We will invest in community-based irrigation schemes to promote dry season farming, such as the Kamba Irrigation Dam. We'll provide subsidized fertilizers, seeds, and improved mechanization services. Establish modern warehouses and cold storage facilities to reduce post-harvest losses. The region will also benefit from the farmers' service centers we intend to set up. And I cut short for the one in Gwelu in 2016 before I left office. Unfortunately, my administration was truncated and that project never took off. So one of the first to be established will be in the Upper West region in Gwelu to fulfill that promise that I made. We're going to ensure that farming becomes a viable and profitable occupation, especially for young people who are willing to go into agriculture. In education, we recognize the need to bridge the rural-urban gap. I've seen schools in this region where children still sit on the floor and where teachers lack the most basic resources. It is as a result of this that the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Local Government and Cabinet gave a directive that 80% of the revenue for the District Assembly's Common Fund must go directly to the districts. And we expect that the chief executives will provide furniture for schools that don't have it, will remove schools under trees and substandard school blocks, will provide CHIPS compounds where they are not available. And so a lot of responsibility is going to rest on the shoulders of our district chief executives. We'll continue and complete abandoned E-blocks. So the E-blocks that were abandoned by the previous government, we're going to continue and complete them. We'll absorb admission fees for all first-year students, and provision was made in the budget for this. And so the money is going to be credited to the students and it will be paid directly to the schools. We'll also provide free tertiary education for persons living with disability. And so for persons with disability from first year to final year, they will pay absolutely no fees. We'll continue projects in the University of Development Studies and other tertiary institutions in this region to improve learning outcomes. And I remember that Professor Tamils of blessed memory started a library complex and a multi-complex lecture hall in UDS, which was abandoned after NDC left office. We're going to continue and complete it. And the hostel block that Professor Mills started that has been abandoned, we'll continue it and complete it so that our students in UDS can have a place to stay. We'll provide special incentives to teachers who accept postings to rural areas in the region. We'll expand early childhood education centers in underserved districts, and we have begun to implement the free sanitary pad program so that no girl misses school because of her menstrual period. Our goal is clear, and our goal is that every child, no matter where they are born, should have access to quality education and the opportunity to succeed. On youth and job creation, we know unemployment remains one of the greatest frustrations of our people. Our response, therefore, is deliberate. Under our National Apprenticeship Program, which I launched in Tamale 2 weeks ago, under the Jumaura Initiative and the 1 Million Coders Program, we aim to provide opportunities for all our youth. And I expect that when these programs are fully operational, the youth of the Upper West region will take advantage of them. Funds are not a problem because resources have been provided in the 2025 budget for all these programs to take off. Thousands of young people in the Upper West region will be trained in various trades, including smoke weaving, welding, plumbing, electrical works, building construction, leather work, shea butter processing, and information and communications technology. Arrangements are far advanced to inaugurate a committee which will guide the establishment of the Women's Development Bank. This bank will offer products tailored to support women entrepreneurs, especially those engaged in agro-processing, livestock rearing, shea butter production, and market trading. We will also support women's cooperatives to access markets, packaging and training, and ensure that they are not left behind in our economic recovery. In healthcare, I have listened to your concerns about access to specialists and the referral burden placed on families. Under the Mahama Cares program, we will expand access in the region for diagnosis and treatment of non-communicable diseases, including dialysis for kidney patients. We will expand CHIPS compounds with accommodation for staff. So all the existing CHIPS compounds will make sure that the nurses and the physician assistants working there have accommodation to live in the CHIPS compound so that they can provide care at any time. We're going to train, recruit, and post more nurses and midwives to the rural areas, to underserved areas, so that they can improve the health care of our rural populations. We'll also roll out later this year our free primary health care program. And under this program, any Ghanaian who goes to a CHIPS compound, a health center, a polyclinic, or a district hospital will not pay any fees, whether you have NHIS card or not. On water and sanitation, we will extend the distribution of water from the Jambusi Waterworks to cover the greater Wa area. The Community Water and Sanitation Agency will also invest in drilling and mechanizing boreholes in small settlements, especially in the Wa East and Nandom districts. We will partner with district assemblies to improve public sanitation infrastructure and end open defecation. And finally, on peace and security, we are aware of the localized tensions, be they land-related, chieftaincy-based, or driven by cross-border activities, and we shall take action to ameliorate these. Our government will strengthen community policing systems, establish dialogue platforms between security agencies, traditional authorities, and youth groups. We will equip our border posts and security outposts to ensure early detection and swift intervention of any trespassers. We will also soon start providing all our district police stations and strategic police posts with vehicles and equipment. This is meant to help them to fight the rampant spate of highway robbery, especially in this region.
This is News on Wider Media, and I am Mahama. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thank you.